Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're delving into a case of a young woman whose bright future was stolen in an instant. A promising student, a dedicated daughter, a life full of potential. All cut short in a crime that left a trail of disturbing clues. This is the story of Ashanti Billie. 19-year-old Ashanti was a bright, ambitious young woman with big dreams of becoming a pastry chef. On Monday, September 18th, 2017, her day began like any other workday in Virginia Beach. She left home early to start her shift at the Blimpie Sandwich Shop on Joint Expeditionary Base Little Creek Fort Story. Surveillance footage shows Ashanti's white Mini Cooper entering the base at 4:45 a.m. She was expected to attend her culinary class later that day, but she never showed up. No one knew it then, but that was the last time Ashanti would be seen. When Ashanti failed to show up for work or class, concern quickly grew. Her family and friends knew that something wasn't right. Then, 5 days later, an unsettling discovery was made. Ashanti's Mini Cooper was found abandoned in Norfolk, Virginia. The car was left unlocked, the windows partially down. Her key fob was still inside, resting on the passenger seat. Pieces of her clothing were also found within, covered in dirt and debris. But Ashanti herself was nowhere to be found. Then, on September 29th, the case took a tragic turn. A landscaping worker made a very grim discovery. Ashanti's body, discarded behind East AME Zion Church in Charlotte, North Carolina, more than 300 miles from where she had vanished. The condition of her remains was gut-wrenching. She was found partially skeletonized. The autopsy revealed she had suffered some type of undetermined trauma, but the exact details of her final moments remained a mystery. The investigation quickly honed in on a suspect, 45-year-old Eric Brian Brown, a retired Navy veteran who had been living homeless. Brown had a dark reputation. He was a regular presence around the Blimpie shop where Ashanti worked, often making crude comments and inappropriate advances towards her. Employees at the sandwich shop had noticed his behavior, but never imagined the danger that was just around the corner. Brown's connection to the crime scene was deeply unsettling. Not only had he worked as a day laborer during the construction of the Blimpie shop, but he had also been seen loitering around the base, gaining unauthorized access. More disturbingly, the church where Ashanti's body was found was less than 300 yards from Brown's childhood home. It was a place he knew well, a place he had attended vacation Bible school as a child. On the morning of her disappearance, surveillance footage showed a man resembling Brown driving Ashanti's Mini Cooper off the base at 5:30 a.m. Authorities believe he kidnapped her as she arrived for work. What happened next remains shrouded in darkness. But one thing is certain. Brown left behind a chilling trail of clues. After Ashanti went missing, Brown's internet history painted a deeply disturbing picture. On September 19th, the day after her disappearance, he searched for phrases like police looking for man, Amber Alert, September 2017, and Norfolk Police looking for man in connection with homicide. Almost as if he was checking to see if law enforcement was closing in on him. Investigators soon found irrefutable proof: Brown's DNA inside Ashanti's car. His DNA was discovered on the steering wheel, gear shift, turn signals, and light switches of her Mini Cooper. The walls were finally caving in. But Brown, when confronted, claimed he had blacked out and couldn't remember anything. But then came an even more sinister revelation. An informant alleged that Brown harbored deep-seated hatred for Black women. He had been known to refer to them as, quote, gold diggers. In October 2019, Brown faced a series of charges, including kidnapping resulting in death, assault, theft, and stalking. But justice was delayed. Brown was deemed incompetent to stand trial and placed under medical treatment. To this day, he has not faced a judge for his alleged crimes. My thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of Ashanti Billie. Her parents, both veterans, are left devastated. They had dedicated their lives to service only for their daughter's life to be stolen in the very environment that should have been secure. They have since become vocal advocates for reform, questioning how a man with such disturbing tendencies was able to roam freely on a military base, ultimately preying on their daughter. As we close out this episode, don't forget to hit the follow button to stay updated on this case and others like it. Be sure to subscribe to Hunting for Answers on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more true crime content. And if you enjoyed this episode, leave us a 5-star rating. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.